Hello everybody, it's the Goof again, and I wanted to just basically keep using Pixel Game Maker just while I have it. I figured I'd keep looking over things. There's stuff I am liking about the software, and stuff I don't really care for about the software. But it's not bad. I'm still a little iffy about the way you set up your characters and whatnot with the flowchart. I've never been a fan of flowcharts. A lot of people have an issue with flowcharts. They're trying to improve the flowcharts. From what I've seen, there's constantly they're just trying to figure out how to make the charts work. It seems. Personally, I would throw the flowcharts out and come up with something more like. In fact, I'll show you what I would do. I'm going to show you guys what I would do by opening up RPG Maker. First off, let's go to this little view right here. So first off, let's go to this first, and can't see worth a damn. Okay, first off, let's go to RPG Maker MV, because I'm going to show an example of what I feel Pixel Game Maker MV could learn from. I feel like, and to me, it's easier. I'm pretty sure some people would think the flowchart is better, but I would do. I'll show you what I would do. I'm going to show you what I do by opening up RPG Maker MV. There's things that both these pieces of software could benefit from feature-wise with each other. I'll go over those things actually. That's something I thought about doing, and I'm probably going to do. I'm basically going to go over RPG Maker MV and Pixel Game Maker MV and kind of go over what I wish would be carried over between the two softwares to improve both of them, to make them both more enjoyable to use. All right. Here we go. Okay, so Pixel Game Maker is up. This is our RPG Maker MV is up. Okay, so here's what let's go ahead and also start yeah, we'll just go with this. No file and directory. I must have gotten rid of it or something. I don't know. Or I looked in the wrong directory. I don't know. But here we go. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and go to the objects. Objects are essentially the same as what I'm fixing to show you in the other. I'll show you in the other as soon as it gets to it. Okay. So this is how you set up your objects. It's with a flowchart. I despise flowcharts. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. Flowcharts are evil, in my opinion. I hate them. This will turn slowly over time into a big mess. And I'm guessing this is meant to make it a little bit better over here on the side here. Go ahead and try and move this over. I'm thinking this is meant to make it better. I'm thinking that's what this is for, but I'm going to show you what I would kind of do with RPG, or what I would borrow from RPG Maker and use in place of flowcharts. So let's go back to RPG Maker MV real quick. Okay, so whenever you set up an event, you're presented with this right here. This to me is easier and better. It's just a big list of everything that you're doing. You could have this as kind of the setup events. Okay, the contents of the events is basically, and it's basically an event is basically, if I'm not mistaken, basically it's the same as this flowchart, as an object. Actually, I should say objects and events are kind of the same thing, but the way you set up oh, that's a bit much. Flowcharts is like this, and personally, I would move things around. Number one, but I would like to see them borrow a bit more from how events work in RPG Maker, where you have this list of things that it's doing, you know, with if, ands, and buts. You know, not buts, I'm kidding. With if, ands, or ors, or whatever. So instead of having this right here, this big horrible mess, and having it grow to a big mess, I would just have it set up more like RPG Maker MV, where you say, okay, if you're standing, then this information. If you're moving, then such and such information. But then you can have like if such and such is this way, such and such is this way, and then it's told to do this, this, and this. I feel like that would be a better approach. People going into using Pixel Game Maker are used to RPG Maker, and they're thinking, okay, just as easy, right? This is easy to me. This is orderly. That's the other thing. You're seeing only so much at a time going down the list. You're only seeing so much at a time, right? So the reason this is better is because you're not met with this huge thing and you're not feeling overwhelmed. That makes things difficult. A lot of people have like PTSD and whatnot, and it's just that kind of gets you, you know. I would also change the direction of things, like the having all the information basically. This is kind of the same stuff right over here on this side. I would literally move this stuff over here. I would move this stuff right here on this side of the screen. I would move it over here next to this list right here. That's the order I would have it in. I don't know if you can move these areas around, but if I could move these areas around, I would move this stuff right here to this side. I would have had the flow chart right here far to this side. That's what I would do. I would have that all orderly like that. I wouldn't have it... wow, there's a lot of stuff here, which is also why it feels overwhelming. Oh, wow. HP value of basic settings. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's variable information. Okay, so yeah, it is. Objects are a lot like events. I'm suggesting making them more simplistic like events in RPG Maker, because I feel like that's what's making people just go, ah! It's just, it becomes a mess, and I think it would help with familiarity. When you're familiar with something, you get into something and go, oh, this is like RPG Maker events. You know, when people see that and they go, oh, it clicks a little better, it relaxes them a little more, because they're already used to RPG Maker's layout. RPG Maker did a lot right over the years. It's done a lot right. Now I want to talk about what RPG Maker could improve from Pixel Game Maker. This is my thing, having to do with scenes, actually. So let's pick a stage. This is where I was messing around, seeing if I couldn't add to the level. Okay, so what I like about this, I'm going to talk about this real quick. Everything is made in layers, right? You have the backgrounds are set behind the main. Anything this side of main is where everything takes place. It's where all the action is, right here. This is the main. The over is things that sit over everything. See, it goes in front of the character. And then you have the backgrounds. You have this stuff. This stuff is right behind a character, and it kind of sits the same as your main. It's kind of like just objects just above your, or just behind the main, it looks like. So it's right there. But then you have this, and this, and this, and this. I love the way these are made. Let me talk about that real quick. After using it more and more, I love this because it's not a picture. I thought it was a picture at first. I thought all this was a picture. I thought it was done like RPG Maker's pictures and everything, and it's not. It's not done like their pictures at all. I got to looking down right here on the tile side of things. Let's see if I can move this down. Yes, I can. And I found out that it's tiles. Everything is a tile. It's not a big picture in the background. Although you would I couldn't be blamed for assuming it was just pictures. In fact, the far background, this one right here, is the only thing that's the same pretty much throughout the entire thing. It just sits there. It doesn't move or anything. It's stuck right there in the background. It never goes anywhere. But this kind of moves. This background right here kind of moves. What are you doing? There we go. So yeah, if you want to keep having stuff in the background, you literally have to keep drawing your background. You have to literally draw in your background. I don't know if there's any way to actually select pictures, to use pictures instead of, I mean, technically it is a picture, but this is still way better than what RPG Maker does. RPG Maker has you setting up, and you can really, unless you use a bunch of weird scripts and or plugins and whatnot, you're stuck with one background. And there's not a lot you can do, and it's just a solid picture. I think it would help RPG Maker in the end if they just had backgrounds be something that you can set up. In fact, have maps where you can set up. Now, I do like what they did here. This is actually more like RPG Maker. Everything's starting from this side to this side. I feel like this is better. This is good. This is all good right here. You can see your tile sets right here. You can use as many tiles as you want. MV has so many restrictions, it drives me nuts. There's one thing I have noticed that this doesn't have. Auto tiles. You can't, there's no auto tiles. You can't set up an auto tile. In a way that's good, in a way it's bad. The reason it's good is because MV's auto tiles are terrible. It's annoying. It's annoying to use their auto tiles. They're limited to a certain setup. The maps look very square. You can't make anything more flowing. You can't make anything... there's a lot you can't do with it. And I think that RPG Maker could learn something from Pixel Game Maker's setup here. I like this. I like the fact that I can set up the... I can go into the... project settings? I think that's it. Yes! You can go into the project settings and tell it what kind of tile set you're using. You can tell it anywhere from 8x8 all the way up to 64x64. You can tell it that. That's something RPG Maker MV needs. That's what I want. I think the next RPG Maker needs to have that. That's something that should be there. Setting up the screen should be there. It should all be there like with Pixel Game Maker. You should have these options. You should have all of it right here. Just like this, but in RPG Maker MV. There's nothing like that. I mean, you can go up into... I don't know, is there a settings? There's no real settings or anything for the project. There's nothing like that in RPG Maker, and it could use something like that. So when you make your project, there's no way of going in... I mean, the closest thing to that, I guess, would be... would it be the database? Yeah, it would be the database would be the closest thing to that. But there's no options in the database to set up tile size. You can't go to the tile tab and select these things. You can't do any of that. You can't change these kinds of things. You're stuck with what RPG Maker MV gives you. That's something that RPG Maker could learn from Pixel Game Maker that could be carried over. I get so frustrated with the fact that I'm stuck with only so many tiles that they give me. I'm stuck with these tabs. I'm stuck with layering things the way they want me to layer them. I'm tired of that. I hate that. That's what I hate about it. In fact, the closest thing that got it right, I feel like, was RPG Maker XP. That was the best thing the best RPG Maker that came out. That was the best one up till now as far as usability and what you could do. I loved RPG Maker XP. It doesn't work so well on new machines, but I love it. MV is continuing the annoying things that VX and VX Ace did. It started with VX, RPG Maker VX, and it was carried over to RPG Maker VX Ace and then RPG Maker MV. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. I should be able to set up the layers I want. Hell, I should be able to set how many layers I want. There's maybe 3, maybe 4 layers maybe on this thing. I can't tell. That, you know, maybe 3 layers. But when we go over to Pixel Game Maker, let's go ahead and say okay to this. We're kind of done looking at that. Let's look at how many there are here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 freaking layers, and I'm pretty sure I could add an extra layer with this right here. Is that for an extra layer? It's for an extra freaking layer! It's for an extra freaking layer. I can add layers. I can add layers. I can add the amount of layers I want from my project. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's freaking awesome. And yet they don't do that with RPG Maker. Why? 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 I know this is okay. First off, I don't think it's the same team working on Pixel Game Maker MV. I don't think so. But oh my goodness gracious, holy moly macaroni! Oh my god! This is beautiful. This is awesome. This is what I love about this software. This alone, as somebody who's more of an artist, who's more of a designer, this is what. Ooh, that's good. The people who work on these two separate makers, you guys need to interact with each other. Oh my goodness, because this was what I would love. In fact, I think. Hang on, let's close this project. Save project. No, let's not save it. Let's open the top-down fantasy. There's a top-down fantasy. Let's go here. Okay. Granted, for the top-down, he doesn't seem to be using too many layers here. It doesn't seem to be too many layers. He's using 3 layers. 2 layers for this one. 2 for that one. 2 for that one. But if he wanted, like, if you wanted something where, like, this was a mountain cliff, we'll just say a mountain cliff, and you wanted a background as you moved around the scale, and you wanted multiple stuff scaling. Wow! Just wow! Brain exploded, man. Brain exploded. That's my problem with RPG Maker MV. It's just mainly that, and I got like one person watching me. That is the thing that I don't even use RPG Maker MV anymore. I haven't used it in forever. I have so many projects that I would start, but then I would run into things that just irritated me, just made me so frustrated as I was working on them. I was working on a oh gosh, is it this one? Let's see. Was it this one? No. That's not the good one. Oh yeah, this one. Which one was I? I don't care. I don't think it matters. Okay, this was a big project for me. I was making custom tiles for it and everything, and it was like my own take on Phantasy Star. It was gonna have its own name and everything. I got only so far into making it, and I got frustrated big time. I got frustrated with the trying to make a map that wasn't square. Everything wasn't square. Was taxing on my brain. Like, this is what I've got here. This is literally what I've got it set up for. I had to find a workaround. It just frustrated me, and I threw my hands up with RPG Maker. But basically, oh goodness, oh yeah. Basically, it's this. You got the square here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, and basically what I've done is I've got this right here, and I hold down Shift and place it, and that's how I get my angular environments in RPG Maker MV. That's how I got it to not look so blocky. But it's time consuming. It's time consuming having this. If auto tiles just worked better, then it wouldn't be so time consuming, you know. So of course. Oh yeah, that's right. I had it like that. Yeah. So I mean, I can kind of do the same thing here. Holding Shift and putting this down in place, and yeah, if I want something like that, something more angular, maybe, I don't know, maybe something like that. You know, in order to do that, I have to do all this extra work that I shouldn't have to do. Auto tiles are terrible in RPG Maker MV. They're the worst. Like, they're just, it's nonsense. And then there's only so much room you can work with, and then it gets frustrating. Yeah. So I haven't finished anything with this because of all the things I run into that frustrate me, that make me not want to keep working, that make me want to just back the heck off and not keep working on things with RPG Maker. And it's stuff that could be fixed by borrowing stuff from this. Again, this could use an auto tile thing that you can set up, but as long as the auto tiles are completely customizable, like, you would really need to be allowed to do what you want for your auto tiles. Yeah, you would really need it set up to where you can do what you want for your auto tiles. I also love this. This is how you make your sloped areas. It's these little things right here. I talked about that last time. I got to looking at them more. That's pretty cool. I would still prefer set in the tiles, but it's an option. It's there. It exists, and that's good. It's in some form or another. It's there, uh, and that's good. That's all that matters. um, yeah, I'm whoa. There's a lot about this that I love, and a lot about it that's really good. Like, I mean, isn't there some way you could set up this to be an auto tile somehow? A tile you can just draw with instead of, because it looks like you would literally have to okay, you would literally have to draw each individual component. There's no way to, oh, you can right click. Did I just right click? Oh, you can right click. Well, what the heck? You just can't hold the button and, okay, yeah, so it doesn't have that thing where you hold the button and, no, where you hold the, so you can't hold shift and then right click and drag over a portion and then click it right there. Instead, you have to come over here to this right here and do this number and copy and paste and do that and do this. It's okay. It's just, it would be easier if you just could, if you could just leave it on this and hold a key. I don't know if there's a key that does, I don't think there's a key that does this. Yeah, there's no key that does this. No key at all. No key at all. That lets you just right click and select an area and then left click and place it. There's nothing that does that, and I think that would be better. I really think that would be much better. Yeah, that's an improvement. That's something that can be improved on. Is just being able to do like that. Auto tiles, an auto tile feature that lets you put in how you want. I liked the auto tiles in, do I have RPG Maker XP? I believe I have RPG Maker XP. I should show that right quick, because that is another thing that, oh crap, software, RPG. I do have XP. Let's start up XP real quick. Holy moly, I forgot I had XP. So let's open a project. Why is this in documents? Why is this in documents? Why is that there? Oh my goodness. Games, Interbrain. Is it under Interbrain? I think that's where I have my XP projects. Could be wrong. I can't remember. Yeah, I think no, I don't, but oh joy. Oh joy. So let's start a new project. I don't want it there. See, this is it lets you set it, and once you set it, it stays that way. It's not staying that way in Pixel Game Maker. So if I want to, I can set it, and each time I make a new project, it'll always be there. I can actually just open up my folders, go back in there, go to Interbrain, and go to, I can just make a folder here called, a directory called XP projects. Select that, and there we go. That's where it's going to be. So then I can grab that, copy that, put that there, and okay. Now every time you go to make a new project, it'll always be there. It's always there. It knows where you want it. It knows where that directory is. And I think that's all they got to add to Pixel Game Maker. It's there. That's all that matters. Now I wanted to walk around. Excuse me. I wanted to. If it's in here, I don't know if they're in here. I think you have to go to fudge. Okay, I was gonna kind of look at the auto tiles in this to show what they did right, and I think I can just do it through here. Yep, tile sets, and yeah, here's your auto tiles. There's your auto tiles. They're made up of 3x3 with this up here, and because of that, they don't have to be squared if you don't want something square. I'm trying to find an example well, like this is kind of one example. I'm trying to find a better example, but yeah, you see what I'm saying. You don't have to have something completely square if you know what you're doing. And RPG Maker Envy doesn't have that. RPG Maker is set up in more like a 2x2, and in reality, it's more like a it's less like a 2x2, and it's more like it's a 3x3, but it's an awkward 3x3. It's not an equal 3x3, so the corners are smaller. They're only like 24 by 24. The sides are like, I don't know, 24 long, 42, or 48 long and 24 wide, and then vice versa. It's so weird how MV does it. So yeah. Oh my goodness. So I think an auto tile option would be great for this. The same with RPG Maker. Sorry, I meant to say the same with the side-scrolling stuff that you make. You could literally make a platform with an auto tile thing. You would make a lot of the basic square stuff that comes down, and then you could just piece it in, and it'll fill in maybe or something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas to make it that would be easier. Yeah. I'm just kind of looking over what I think could be improved. And I keep looking at here. Will you stop? I forgot I had that going. Somebody's watching. I don't know who's watching. It'd be funny if it was the guys or the folks who work on this. And they're probably watching me right now. They're probably watching me right now. That'd be funny. That would be really funny. But this is good. This is really, 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 really good. I can't remember who they said made these tiles, but they're awesome. These are really good tiles. I like this. This is really good. I've got my own stuff actually. I got a character because I'm actually more focused on side view RPG, or not RPG, but platformers. Why was I trying to say RPGs? But yeah, I'm more what? No. I'm more focused on making a yeah. Oh yeah, the music. I got rid of the music. I dropped the music. I was messing with it earlier. Because it looks like a Castlevania game, so I decided to throw in some There was no music in this little what is it? What would I call this? Demonstration project. This little demo project. There's no music or sounds going on when you played it. So I was like, this feels like Castlevania. So I threw in Castlevania music just for the hell of it. So whatever I tested, it's like this first area right here has Castlevania music. Hush. It feels like the way it's set up here, it feels like Castlevania. He even walks kind of like a Belmont. I was just like, it needs some music. Yeah, see, that's where the background cuts off, because if you want more, you have to draw more. I wish I was a composer. I don't have the equipment to compose with, you know, I don't have a keyboard. Otherwise, I'd make some custom music, but I'm one of those people who makes music by hitting, like on a piano, just by playing with the keys. I'm not the kind of person who writes and understands sheet music. So if I were to make actual compositions, it would be something I would slowly just kind of work out on a piano or a a music keyboard, a MIDI keyboard, and that would be my thing. That was just an edited MIDI that I did some tweaking with, but I really like his tile work. This is really good. His pixel art is amazing. Like, I strive to be this good with my pixel art. I actually started working on some pixel art stuff for something else. Oh wait, I have to close that. Oh boy. I cannot do that. Okay, let's just it's not gonna work. Oh joy. Okay. Well, I don't know where that tile is. And I'm scared to show too much with this because there's stuff that I can't show. So I'm having to be careful. That's Ghostbusters. I was messing with the tiles. I was looking at them. I like looking at old pixel art and learning techniques from them. One thing I noticed about the old Ghostbusters Sega Genesis game, their proton packs aren't very detailed. Like, I know there's limitations, but look, it's literally just a pack, like a backpack. It's literally. Oh joy. So, give me 1 second because I can't. I want to open something, but I don't want. It might not be appropriate, so there might be some inappropriate stuff. So I don't want it to be shown. I might get in trouble. I'm trying to find my my character I was working on. I think I've got it under games. Sprite work, yes. Ah, here we go. My character, only known as Awesome Andy. That's who I'm working, my character for my game. My game is literally called Awesome Andy. So let's open up some, I guess we can open up that, right? Open up that, and yeah. Maybe this, I don't know. Okay, now we can go back to it. You can see what I'm working with. You can see my custom tile sets and stuff. Okay, alright. Let's go back to this. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Here's just some tiles I made. Ain't they nice? Ain't they? That is the wrong speech. Aren't they nice? They're really... I'm not bad. I'm more attuned to a goofy aesthetic when it comes to tiles. When I draw tiles, they end up being goofy. They end up being whimsical and stuff. But this is my character for my game that I've been wanting to make for a long time, and I'm thinking maybe I can get it made in Pixel Game Maker. This character's name is Awesome Andy, and I have a tagline for him. Move like a Mario, sting like a Belmont. Because I want him to literally kind of have the moveset of Mario, kind of platforming, you know, jump. The higher you hold it, platforming everywhere. But when he fights his enemies, he has a yo-yo. And he kind of uses it like the whip from Castlevania. And that's why I have that tagline for this character. But this is his sprite sheet. And I think I've got... I think I can use these. I think I can import them. I can import this tile sheet. And I can use this if it's... I hope it's set equally. And I can actually make my character. But yeah, I've been working on this guy a long time, trying to come up with him. His visuals are kind of I borrowed from different games that I played over the years. He's one part Master Higgins from Super Adventure Island, one part Master Higgins, one part Kid Chameleon, and all 90s. Like, he's supposed to be a very 90s character. He's got the A on his chest for Andy and Awesome. And I'm hoping maybe I can use Pixel Game Maker MB to make this game that I've had just twirling in my head for a long time kind of come to fruition and actually materialize. That's my hope. I'm gonna have to buy the software though, because right now I'm just using the thing that goes out Monday. So I've only got the trial right now. I've never had the money that they're asking for. Like, even now, $60. I never have it. My bills eat me alive every month, so maybe eventually I'll be able to buy the software. Maybe one day. Maybe when they have a sale that's more than 25% off. But I'm not willing to jump in and spend a bunch of money on software anymore. The last time I spent a ton of money was RPG Maker MV right when it came out, and I regret it. I regret it. I refuse to spend that much money on software anymore if I'm potentially going to be disappointed or hardly use it or get frustrated with it or anything. As it stands, I feel like I wasted a lot of money on RPG Maker MV because I just don't use it. I'm too frustrated with its limitations, with its setup, with its layout, with its options. I'm frustrated with it. I'm frustrated with not being able to set up a workflow that makes it easier to create what I want to create and just get things done. It's really tedious, and it adds to the workflow when you have to find workarounds to make the kind of maps you want to make. I mean, I've seen people literally draw their maps in Photoshop, just a great big picture, and use parallaxes for their worlds and stuff. And I'm like, wow, really? So RPG Maker still has a ways to go. It's got its own problems. I'm not gonna jump in on software anymore. I've been burnt too much when it comes to these softwares. I'm not willing to jump in and spend $80 on something, $86 or 60 something dollars on software that I might get frustrated with at some point and not finish a project. This is sort of on the right track. I do like the fact that I can piece together, because that's how it works in the old days on the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. Backgrounds were literally just pieced together. In fact, there's a piece of software for hacking the levels in Super Mario World called Lunar Magic, and you literally have to piece together your backgrounds out of tiles. The backgrounds are not just a big picture in the background. They're literally tiles you have to place together like a puzzle and create the background you want. So I'm glad that they have that set up here. I'm glad that I have to grab up each tile and literally... yes, it's time consuming, but it's also, you can do what you want. You can have what you want. You can have just this thing set up the way you want. And I love that. I love that. I like having control over visuals. I like having all that control. That's a good thing. Now, if only the objects thing was a little better. I mean, I think they've been improving it. They've been trying to improve it, but it has a ways to go. So, yeah. Woo! So, let's look at things here. Transitions. Oh, okay. Between stages. When you go to between stages, these are the transitions. They're not set up like events. It's kind of annoying. I think I would rather have something set up for the information and everything set up for transitioning a little more closer together on the scene itself. They call it a scene. I would just call it a map, but yeah. So to transition, you literally have to go down here to portals. Yeah, the portals. That's a portal. That's what makes you transition between the levels. And then over here, it's where you go. And I'm like, I think it would be nice if you could have direct portals, like directly set up an event and everything about it to go between what maps you want, where you want to go. Because if you're going to make something explorative, it's going to get messy using a flowchart like this, or whatever this is. It's not really a flowchart. It's a scene list. This would get messy. So if it was a little more like RPG Maker, to where you could set all that information up here and literally tell it what map you want it to go to, all right here on the side, just where you want to go, what spot you want to go. So if you're making a game that's more like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, if you're making something explorative in a platformer, an explorative platformer, which is what I'm planning to do, I would much prefer the portal information and the transition stuff to be all the same right here, to where I can get to it and teleport where I want to go, or where I want the character to go. Having it set like this is kind of... I wonder if you can set up an object to tell you where to go. Or whatever. Well, because what if I have doors? What if I have doors you stand in front of that open and close over the character and then teleport you? It's like, yeah, yeah, I mean, is that something in the objects you can do? I don't think it is. I don't think that's something you can do. I don't think you can create an object and add an object, call it a door, and set up. There's all this stuff here, but I don't think there's anything set up for teleportation. There's nothing there. I think it's just there's like enemy group information. It's not the player. It's not a player or an enemy, really. It's something else. So it's like, how would I set up a door that you could go through to take me to another area? How would I set something like that up? You know, what if I wanted to make something that you interact with in a specific manner? Like you have to press a button. How would that work? How would you do that? That's a good question. This is a maker that they even said themselves they're still improving it. This is still gives me a headache just to look at. I wonder if there's a way to move this up in order. Like, okay, wait, walk, jump, attack. See, that would get... You try to reorder it like jump, wait, jump, attack. See, if you wanted to put something in order, wow, that's pretty ugly. That's still a mess with the wires everywhere. Whoa. That's still a pretty big mess. So it's like, wow, it's like you kind of have to do this unusual thing that they have it. It's just, whoa, what? I'm pretty sure that there's some stuff I can still learn from the tutorials. And I need to do more of the tutorials. But it's just, I really messed this up. I messed this up big time. I think jump was over here. There was like attack over here and jump. And oh no! I really made it. Can I? Oh, I can backstep on this. Well, that's good. Only so far. Only so far. What if I could just reopen the project? No, don't save it. What if I could just... No, shut up. What if I could just reopen the project? Stop asking about the music. I deleted the music from the folder. Let's go back to this just so I can see how he had it. Okay, that's how they had it. Wait, walk, jump, jump it. Boop, 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 boop. It's like, wow, that's something. Wait and walk, because that's the order you would do it in. That seems about right. And then there's this. Why is this connected like this? And there's just this. Oh, but this is over here. And then this is right here. Oh. Oh. Oh, flowcharts are evil. The flowcharts are bad. I don't like flowcharts. I hate flowcharts because they will get big. They will get messy. They will get messy. They would get messy. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. They would get messy. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go where I have those projects stored, and I'm gonna delete them. I don't want to. I want to kind of start over, sort of. Here we go. I'm gonna go in here and go to these projects. I'm just gonna delete them and start again because I don't want to have to. I got way too much on my desktop. This is a mess too. I gotta reorder some stuff and store some stuff and okay. So yeah, those are I deleted those. Oh yeah, see user documents. Oh my god. It's like I don't want them on C user documents. It's not where I want them. Users like yeah, why is this here again? Why? Okay, it's gone now. It's gone now. Alright, so I can create a new project. In fact, I don't want to go back over the help tutorial again, so let's just go and do the thing that we do. Test platformer, the project name, testing, whatever. And yeah, see, yeah, I talked to them about this and they said that they watched me the last time they seen my video and they were like, yeah. So I think they're looking into that. I'm having to literally grab it and replace it each time. And that's where I want it. And because yeah, there's nothing in the settings for setting up a default area for things or anything. There's nothing there. So yeah, create a blank project. So you can create something blank if you want to. We're not gonna do that though because reasons. But we are doing a side view platformer, so okay. Yeah. What's funny is they've got a lot here already. My question is that a picture? I think that's a picture. So you could do pictures if you want to. I think a lot of these levels have pictures. Oh wow, you can literally set up a picture for the background. My question is how? Scene settings. Cool. Oh, a scene effect? Is that what this thing is? Is a scene effect? So you can do a picture if you want to. If you want pictures, you can do a picture, it looks like. No, wait, that's the level itself. That's looking at the whole thing. Okay, that doesn't tell me how to do the picture. How'd they do a picture? I don't know how that's done. Ooh, that's big. Wow, that's big. Okay. Okay, so that background is not a anything. So there's the main one. I wonder if you can test this. That'd be funny. Let's see if I can test it. I haven't really done anything as far as tutorial setting up the way the movement works and everything, so. Oh, there is something there already. Cool. I can barely jump. Look, barely jump. Barely jump. Jump higher. This is a good thing to work from if you want those things. Okay. Background doesn't scroll. It just vanished. I guess for effects you'd have to add something yourself. That's weird. You're not really against it. Wow. I wonder if they literally have an animation effects thing. I need to look and find out. I died again. I died again. It's not letting me hit too many keys. I feel like I should have brought my controller in here and hooked my controller up. Really? And clearly you only have so many lives. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 2. There's no transitioning. I'm guessing this is simulating the fact that I've gone inside. That's unusual. It's a shame the backgrounds don't scroll. The background doesn't scroll, but I wonder if I could make a beat 'em up with this. That would be cool. If you could make a beat 'em up, like a Streets of Rage or a Final Fight-esque game, maybe a Golden Axe-esque. That wasn't good. These levels are big. I'm sorry. These levels are big. The art's pretty nice. I hope you can use a controller with this. That'd be something I'd be curious about. I wonder what she's carrying with her. She's carrying something. That's neat. I'm gonna look at the levels real quick. So there's the city level, another city. Okay, a factory looks like. That's cool. Yeah. Cool. Sweet. Sweetness. That looks neat. I like that. That looks cool. This is some kind of futuristic slum. That's cool. Oh, I was down at the futuristic slum, and I don't know what's going on there. That's cool. I like this stuff. This is kind of Mega Man-esque. Kind of like Mega Man. Wonder if it's something somebody's actually trying to work on at the same time. That must be the bad guy right there. If I looked in the objects here, it would show final boss. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's create a new project. Wait, did I already make one here? Yeah, I did. Testing. Blah blah blah. Yeah. I'm gonna make something out of completely create a blank one here. Hey, it's still set there. What the? Oh, I wonder if they updated it. I wonder if they updated it because it's still saying that after I did an update this morning. Looks like they fixed it because it's still there. I think I'm going to test this theory. It's still there. Let's see if it's still there when I start it up again. Let's do that real quick. Let's see if it's up there real quick. No, so they haven't done that yet. Okay, it's not permanently there yet. It's not something you can set yet. I thought it was for a second there. Maybe it was just holding on to the information while I was there. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this again. We'll just say project 1, create blank project. That's what I want to do. Yep. I think I want it to be 16 by 16 tiles. What do I want the view to be? I don't think I would want it to be... You can do a custom view. That's cool. What would a custom view be? You want it to be... I want something widescreen, so... let's see. I'm going to see something with Photoshop real quick. I usually do this like this. I usually start with something like 1360 by 768. Okay, I usually do this. And then what I would do is I would change the I would change the image size. So I would go here and tell it to be, because it would connect it, so just to get an idea of what I want my screen to be like. So let's see, 320 by 240. 320 by 240. I think I would want the width to be, that's the height, right? No, that's the width. So I would make it 240 wide, just to get an idea. So 425 by 240. 425 by 240. .425 by 240. There we go. Just to kind of give it the widescreen. Number of players, I think it would be 1. Yeah. Okay. All right. And you got a scene menu here. And let's see. I think you'd add a scene. Test scene. Stop that. Okay, a test scene. Oh yeah. I would have to change how many. Oh yeah, the width of a scene. Yeah, you tell it how many squares. How many squares over do you want it? How many squares over do I want it? How many squares over? I think 4 would be fine. Yeah, 4 is fine. You can set a BGM. There are no BGMs. I'll have to throw something in there. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Set a background image. So you can set a background image. You can do that. That's cool. So I could set a background image if I wanted to. Tiles? Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. You want a scrolling direction? I don't know. Probably not a good idea to start from scratch, or start from, from scratch. Just start from the beginning like this. Probably not a good idea. Excuse me. Okay, so, and then you have to tell it how far over the screen goes. Times 4. Just to make sure. What the hell would you do? So times 4. There we go. So there we go, and there we go. Oh, where it starts. That's where it starts. Okay, derp. Derp. That was dumb of me. Okay, and there's the visibility thing. Area that is accessible by the camera. Oh, so if I wanted to stop and start just short of like 16 pixels of the screen, I could do that. That way I could set up teleportation off screen. I believe that's how I could do that. Area accessible by player, area accessible by camera. So I could stop that. So let's see, 16 or more like 32. So I need it minus 32. So I would go minus 32, which would give me this much, which would give me this much. Okay. It takes it off at the end. Then we can move this one over by 16. That's what's accessible by the camera. So the camera will, in your level, will stop 16, just short of 16 tiles when it gets to that side of the screen. And that's good for if you want the character to walk off the screen and be able to teleport off screen, like some other games I've seen. I've seen games that do that. So I think that's how that would work. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that that's how that would work. I believe that's how that would work. That's got to be how that works. Okay. I keep checking back to see who's watching, who wants to talk. Oh, okay. So I can set up background music. I have no background music. Don't have a background image. I probably should have went to resources before making a level, but making a scene like this is I think is okay. Scene effects. What are scene effects? Oh wow, there are scene effects. What are these? This is cool. Scene effects. Okay, cool. You know, I was just thinking, the guys that they said they saw my video from yesterday, the folks who are the team that's working on this, they saw my video, and I'm wondering if they saw the part where I was irritated with the navigation screen. I wonder if they saw that part with the navigation screen where it's like, what if I want to make it reduced to the sides but not stretch or morph the scene itself? And I wonder if they saw that. Maybe they did. Maybe they'll do something about that. So there's like effects, mosaic, monochrome, sepia, invert, blur, chromatic aberration, dark, show image, mosaic. I think mosaic is the thing that goes, it's like squares. I love that effect, the mosaic effect. You could mix that up, mix a mosaic effect. Or you can do that in the transitions. That would be something in the transitions. I'm not going to mess with this. Scene effects. I don't want to make scene effects. I wonder how many pictures you can set. Probably just one background image. Yeah, I'm thinking just one background image. That's what it's looking like. Just one background image. That's fine. Setting up the things for the tiles is a better idea. So I think I got this for now. It gives me a good idea. That way, the scene, I can set the scene that's accessible by the camera to stop short of 16 by 16 on each side, which would help create that illusion. You could probably do that with overhead too. You could tell that the camera is not accessible 16 by 16 at all sides. So yeah, it would be like you would reduce it by 32 all around. And then you would, I wonder if you can do that also with this. Maybe I should do that with the accessible here. I'm not very good with math, so I'm sorry about that. All right, so it's like minus 32. No, 32 is 208. And then I could take this right here. Actually, I think I should minus 16. Actually, no. We'll go ahead and keep doing like this. Then you could move this one down. Yeah, so you could kind of do that with the up and downs too if you wanted to fall into a pit. I can move this back up and make it to where you can fall into a pit. Or if you fall off screen, it doesn't follow. See what I'm saying? Okay. So that's cool. I've set this up, but I need a tile set. So I think I'd go to resources and I would... Probably should have taken a closer look at some of the other projects, because if I had taken another look at the other projects, I guess I didn't get enough sleep last night. But if I've taken a good enough look at the other projects to get an idea of how to set up a tile set, because I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a doofus. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, wow. Cool fonts. I wonder if I could put a font in there. I could make my own font. That's cool. I like that. I like the idea of making my own font. It doesn't have to be white. I don't think it would have to be white like that either. I could probably give it a style. That's cool though. What am I doing here? I think I can add a folder, and that folder can be called tile sets. Yeah. Tile sets. There we go. And then you could go into here and you can add an image. Kind of wish you could do that with RPG Maker MV as well. So let's go down here to my sprite. No, that's script generation. Don't need that. Where's my sprite work? Oh, there it is. And let's insert this. Yeah, buddy. What? I really think I should have taken a closer look at the tile set thing. You know, I think there's a help page for this stuff, actually. That's cool. Hang on, let's go to the help. It'll bring up a web page. There we go. Resources. Oh, resources. Fonts, text, arrow switches, animation only. Images. A resource required to draw various things in game, including fields and characters. Additionally, images are required for title logos, status indicators, etc. Ping, JPEG, WebP, and TGA image formats can all be used as image resources. Fonts. Fonts are a single set of letters, characters with a cohesive design, and are a resource required to express text in game. You can prepare an image of a set of characters and create a font base based on that image, or you can use TrueType font data. TrueType fonts located in the project's fonts folder can be used. I'd probably prefer to use the image so I can make some stylized stuff. Text. With text you can enter text to be used in game. Yada yada. Videos, music. Okay, so this doesn't really talk about tile sets. Okay, scenes. Oh, here we go. Tiles. I guess we'll just start with what is a tile. The field, also known as a map. The field, also known as a map, that serves as the setting for your game, is created by putting together. You said field here. That's not what you're calling it here. You call it a scene on here, I believe. It's just called a scene. It's a test. It's a scene. These are the scenes. There's no field. It's a scene. That's confusing. It's confusing. A scene. Serves as the setting for your game. Is created by putting together parts called tiles. And the tiles tool. Okay, you go to the tiles tool. You can manage the images used as tiles and various elements of each tile, such as wall settings, making tiles impassable animations, and I think I went about this wrong. I don't think you upload it to resources. I think you upload it to tiles. Yeah, I did that wrong. Okay, all right, my bad. Add tiles. Okay. Oh, you can make auto tiles. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. There is auto tiles. I'm a freaking idiot. I'm this far into doing this live stream, and I'm just realizing that there's a way to make auto tiles. I'm an idiot. Let's call it jungle tiles. Yeah. Then you can go to okay. So you do need them uploaded it to Asaprite tiles. Asaprite tiles. Oh, that was the name of them. That's what I called them. Okay. Yeah, that's the name of the tile set. Asaprite tiles. Because I was making them an Asaprite. Okay. And they are 16 by 16. Ooh, yay. All right. And it is 16 by 16. That's right, because you set it the other place. All right, cool. So all walls. This would all be all walls. All walls. All walls. All walls. All walls. You just make it solid. All walls. All walls. All walls. All walls. All the walls. I wonder if you can select them all. No, you can't select them all and do it all at once. That sucks. All walls. All the walls. All the walls. All the walls. All the walls. I think that would be an all wall right there as well. That would be an all walls. That would be an all walls. That would be an all walls. And that would be an all walls. And I think that would be an all walls. But these up here, you would do that thing where you set up the curves and the slopes and whatnot. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how you set up the slopes and whatnot. So there's that. Okay, so I got that. Oh wait, yeah, that too. All walls, all walls, all walls. That means I'm gonna have to literally draw, or I could literally draw a background for my a tile set to make up my background stuff. Mountains in the background and clouds and sky and whatnot. And I'm kind of looking forward to that because that's my favorite thing to do in RPG Maker is to make graphics. Yeah. Wow. Then you have to set up all this stuff down here, like what it does when the player interacts with it. I believe. I don't know. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. I should have started with an example. Really should have started with an example. It would have helped. Don't know why I didn't. Because I'm a doofus. Because I'm a dorky doofus. I don't know why I didn't do that. How long have I been streaming for? Oh my goodness. I've been streaming for an hour. Holy moly. I don't like to stream more than an hour. Holy moly. But let's keep going here for just a little bit longer. Because I might do another stream later. And I might actually just do videos. So I can reduce the quality a little and keep the, you know, keep from using up my monthly data so fast. Because I only get 60 gigs. And it's only been like 2-3 days. And I've already used like 6 gigs. It's like, that's crazy. So let's see. Oh, this is the jungle. Welcome to the jungle, baby. You gotta die. No, I'm kidding. So I think there's scene settings. Is that where you can add your? Okay, so if you want something over it, so I'm gonna make layer 2 right here. What? I can't. What? How do I do this? I want to set up a tile set. Oh, tiles. Jungle. All right, I got the jungle, baby. In the jungle, baby. You got. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm messing with everybody. I'm being silly, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just, that's the thing you're gonna come to expect when you come to my thing. Is there any way to draw like rectangle pen? Okay, so I can take this and literally draw like this. Wow, that's beautiful. Actually, that's really beautiful. Oh my goodness, that is something else. Wow, that's really nice. I'm patting myself on the back too much here. I need to quit. Put that out. Okay, let's boop. 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 Yeah. That's good. That's good stuff. That's some real good stuff. Oh yeah. Some good stuff. Okay, I keep forgetting you can't really do that, so I have to do this. Isn't that sweet? That's some sweet stuff right there. That is some sweetness right there. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is some sweet stuff right there, bud. I need to make water. I need to make some animated water. That's cool. That is really cool. I need to put Andy. I need to put my character Andy in the scene. I need to make Andy. I might have to go back and just work from an existing project because I'm confused. I don't know how to. Making something from scratch is probably not a good idea with this software. So yeah, but I just wanted to kind of test putting that in there. So apparently you can do auto tiles. I don't know if you should do auto tiles though if you're going to be making slopes and whatnot. I don't think you would want to put an auto tile in there with that. Let's see. That's cute. It's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Okay. Alrighty. No. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's some good stuff. But I don't have it set up for interacting with it, so yeah. And actually I think you would want to put this up and you'd want to go up here to physical, no, check portal, no, that's not it. Other, I don't know, I don't remember how that's done. Is it the physics calculations? I don't know. I don't want to add a, do I want to add a folder? I don't know. I don't think it's physics calculations. It's not that either. Maybe it's parts. I think this is it. I think you need to add a part. That's not how you add a part edit. No, can't. Maybe it's up here. It's tools. Or maybe I need to go up here and look through here. Others. Slope. There we go. Place a slope, baby. That's what I want to do. That is the wrong way to place a slope. Direction. Going that way. This is confusing. Place slope. It's set that way. I don't need it set that way. I need it set, How do you do this? I don't know how to do this. I don't know what this is. How do you set up a course curve, course circle, course straight? Oh. I don't know why I feel sleepy all of a sudden. That's messed up. No. Slope. That's the camera list. That's not what I'm looking for. Alright, that convinces me that I should have started with an existing project to get a better look at how this stuff was being done. I thought I had a good look at it the other day, but apparently not. Yeah, buddy. That's cool. Isn't it cool? Isn't that cute? It's cute. Isn't it cute? Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. Isn't that cool? That's so cute. Isn't that just the coolest? It's so cute. I like this. I like just creating things and drawing things out. Get rid of this real quick. I need to figure out how to make slopes and stuff. I'm going to have to look back at the project and look through the tutorial. I don't feel like I've got time for it because of how long this demonstration thing that it's a free weekend or something like that, or a free week or whatever. It goes out Monday and I won't be able to use the software anymore unless I come up with the money to buy it. I have to wonder if there's any way to actually export to any specific platform. Like, what can these games be played on? That's a question. But I think I'm done for now, and I think I've talked about this software more than long enough. This has been the Goof, and I'll probably come back and do this again later. I like it, and it's like they said, it needs more improvements. They're right. It needs some more improvements, but I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. It's a little better than other things I've tried using. I've tried using Game Maker Studio. I just get frustrated with that. That's frustrating. This is not as bad, but I still think that the flowchart for the objects information needs to be adjusted some more. I think they can improve teleportation between objects, having it set up, or between areas. If you're making something explorative, you're gonna want a way to bounce between areas, you know, teleport between areas a much more easily way. I'm still not sure how I would make a door that opens and whatnot, or make a say I made a Mario clone. How would you make a warp pipe? I would assume a warp pipe would be one part object, one part something else. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, theoretically speaking, if you make something like that, how would that work? How would a lot of this work? Because it seems like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot you can do with teleporting between things. Is they say transitions. That's the thing that they're saying. Yeah, there's like transitions. Start, test scene, okay. But it's just like, yeah. Okay, there's something. Okay, yeah. So it's interesting, and it's neat software. It's really neat software. But it's like they said, yeah, it needs some improvements. I just wanted to point out what the two softwares could learn from each other. There's things that Pixel Game Maker is doing that I love, but and then there's things that that RPG Maker does that I love, but there's things about RPG Maker I hate. And the people that work on this software should really look at what they do for the software with each software, RPG Maker and Pixel Game Maker. They really need to take a good hard look at what each software does well and does right, and kind of interchange some features and ideas to make both pieces of software better. I still stand by my opinion that RPG Maker or Pixel Game Maker should have been like specific genre. I still felt like it could have been easier had they focused on a single type of game instead of trying to make this all-in-one creator. It could have simplified things, and they probably could have made more money that way. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. There's got to be a way to simplify this a bit more. But I like it more than other things that are out there. I don't think I'll ever like the flowchart though. I'll probably always hate the flowchart. It'll always be a confusing mess for me. But this has been the Goof. I'm out, and I'll see you guys another time. Peace.